The story of the day for the third round of the Thailand Open Championship was a similar one to the first two rounds. Birdies and plenty of them. Let's take a look at the action now. And here is Simon Yates with a birdie opportunity at the 7th after getting off to a very promising start with a birdie at the 2nd, an eagle at the 5th. He moved to 4 under par for the day on his birthday.
Terry Pilkadaris was looking for something to get his round started. Had an eagle putt on the 3rd and made no mistake. Terry Pilkadaris jumped 2 under par for the round.
And another Australian was making inroads early on as well. David McKenzie had picked up birdies at 3 and 5. This for a third birdie of the day at 6. This to get him to 14 under, making a move early on.
Forward to the 9th hole with the Scotsman Simon Yates. He was 4 under par for his round. Make that 5 out in 31 for the 43-year-old Scot.
And the 45-year-old Australian David McKenzie just kept on rolling along. This for a 3rd consecutive birdie. This at the par 3 7th. And he moved to -15, and all of a sudden he was starting to eye the top of the leaderboard.
Second of the par 5s in the front 9 is the 5th. Pilkadaris just went through the green for 2. Showed a lovely touch here, landing it right on top of the spine, feeding it down, tap in distance. It's a birdie for Terry to go to 16 under.
After going out in 31, Simon Yates continued his momentum. Here he is at the 10th, the par 5. 3rd shot from the front left trap. Plenty of ground to cover, and he did it brilliantly. That set up another birdie.
Chris Wood was the man just sneaking up on things. Came to the 6th hole. Tricky left to right slider down the slope. Nicely done by Chris Wood. He went to 15 under.
It was the best imaginable start for Thailand's Prayad Marksang. 5 birdies in a row to begin. Then he had a hiccup at the 6th before an eagle at 10. Got things started again. And the local gallery getting interested.
David McKenzie had a string of birdies in the front 9. He's looking at his 5th on the 9th hole, 440-yard par 4. And in it went. He was also out in 31.
Then he picked up a birdie at the 10th to get it to -17. He had the outright lead. But then things hit a submerged log. It nearly hit the water at 12, his tee shot. And as such, he paid the price. And all of a sudden, the wobbles came up, and it was 3 bogeys in 4 holes for the Australian.
Terry Pilkadaris hit one of the shots of the day into 11, hit the flagstick, rebounded 20 feet under the hole, and he converted. Terry Pilkadaris went to 17 under par.
What about this at the 12th? No margin for error here for Chris Wood. He went out in 31 as well. He had the GUR to his right to contend with. Look what he did with it. Absolutely outstanding. Probably the best putt we saw all day. Chris Wood moved it to 18 under.
Scott Strange had been treading water in the front 9. That birdie 10, came to 11. Around 30 feet for birdie. Got his round kick-started. 16 under.
Who moved? Had kick-started his round previously. Started with a bogey, then had 3 birdies on the front 9, and then this one at 14 made it 5 consecutive birdies between 10 and 14, and the Chinese star had moved it to -17.
Simon Yates had a flawless day. No bogeys, had another birdie putt on 16, and in it went. And Simon Yates had an 8 under par round of 64.
Prayad Marksang was watching that closely and thought, well, I'll step up and do exactly the same thing. And that's what he did to get it to -16.
But Lucas Lee really was the story of the day. The young Brazilian had an answer to every question. This birdie putt In it went in the right door, took him to 17 under.
Scott Strange did a good job to get things back on track after a bit of a blip on the radar in the middle of his round, but then he went a birdie at 10, a birdie at 11, and this one at 13 to get it back to 17 under.
And then 16 for Lucas Lee. Perfect drive, 3-wood right into the heart of the green. Left himself this eagle putt, and it was tracking right into the centre of the cup. Pulls up 3 rolls short, but left him a tap-in birdie.
And it wasn't quite a tap-in birdie at the last, but it was a birdie nonetheless to close. Lucas Lee, so impressive, the 25-year-old from Brazil. He drains the birdie putt and moved it to 19 under, and he will lead by 1 shot going into the final round in Bangkok.